Welcome back to Loud. As promised, look at it, it's your friends at Strapping Young Lad. It's me and Gene. It's Devin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Strapping Young Lad!
For a lot of people, the fact that there's a new Strapping album is a surprise to them. They just thought the band was done.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that in about 2001 we did a tour in Europe with Fear Factory and Godflesh, and it was right when they were like winding down. It was like the last tour of Fear Factory, and we were just kind of like debating what we were going to be doing with the future, right? And sort of seeing them winding down just, I think to a certain extent, sort of energized us. The whole idea with Strapping now is to make something that is like, it's written by Strapping. You know what I mean? Like, regardless who came up with the riffs, who came up with the drum beats, who came up with anything, it's just like, we're all equal now. There's something really cool to having a band, you know, like just like a band, you know, it's just like, as opposed to like the solo projects or whatever, which is really cool and self-satisfying, but, you know, there's something about wanting to be in Judas Priest that still holds from when I was 15. We've only just scratched the surface in terms of jamming between you know, the band.
All right, there you go, Strapping Young Lad. The band is hanging out here on Loud this episode. It's Devin, it's Gene.
I think people have a really low expectation, a lot of people, about what a metal band can do.
I think heavy metal used as a dynamic can be probably one of the most impacting types of music that you can possibly get hold of, because I mean, if you really want to make a point, you know, and just hammer like 120 decibels of like crushing guitars and double kick and blah, you know what I mean, like, okay, well that guy feels that, you know what I mean, like, it's pretty obvious. Like with Strapping, for example, like, it's pretty emotional music, I have to say, you know what I mean? Like, when we play it on stage, like, there's just, you know, there's the demons running all through us.
A lot of people have difficulty giving emotion. You're in an odd spot if you're an emotional guy, aren't you?
Yeah, but I mean, your choices as being an emotional guy is either continue to do it and bite your lip or take heroin.
Damn, you worked a quarter of a teen, born and plagued by pain.
I think heavy metal can use some emotions because, you know, all of us Dungeons and Dragons playing nerds from high school, I mean, the reason we're in heavy metal a lot of the time is because we couldn't get a girlfriend during those times. So you either cut it off completely and you're just emotionally void, or you've just got it suppressed to the fact where the only way you can express any type of emotion is by going, I think taking extreme music and singing about things that are important to you is fun.
Check it out, here's some more Strapping Young Lad on Loud.
Welcome back to Loud. We continue to hang out here at the Rocket Club in downtown Toronto with the guys from Strapping Young Lad. Devin's a busy man. You're all busy men. You had your name on a pretty well-received Soilwork record recently, right?
And indeed, yes. Right. Yeah, that was Natural Born Chaos. We did that in Sweden in 2001. In Sweden, it's kind of like to the point where it's like it's legitimately supported. Heavy metal is supported, so you just got a plethora of heavy metal bands coming out of that area, right? That are really good.
How do you feel about the way the Canadian bands are getting treated? Like, I mean, the Canadian support system. Do you feel there is one?
This is the most completely own country supporting band I've ever seen, and Factor doesn't get behind it. Look at the tattoo on Dev's leg. Does anybody in Sum 41 have a tattoo of that on their leg? Talk about supporting Canada.
Lamb of God experience.
Lamb of God, I think more than anything else, I became really good friends with them. I think Lamb of God are just straight up metal. They're really into the classic sort of Bay Area type thrashy riffs, but with more like that hardcore type of vocal thing. So I think as a result of that, people are going to really dig them. So take it away.
Lamb of God, it's Loud.